The second of 3 children, Michael was described by his mother as larger than life.
He loved to make people laugh. He just loved to have a good time. But he, got involved in drinking, and that's what caused a lot of problems in his life.
By age 15, Karen said Michael was living life on the edge.
And he got in trouble a lot. He had his license taken away. He seemed like if he could get caught, it was him that got caught.
At 21, Michael had a DUI and his driver's license revoked. One night, Karen and her family went out of town.
We went to Vegas, and Saturday he called me, good spirits. How do you cook pine nuts? Blah, 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 On that night, me and my daughter, we had went shopping, and I didn't notice it, but she noticed. She goes, did something happen? Your whole demeanor just changed. Did Dad do something? I'm like, no. But to come to realize later, that was when Michael had gotten in trouble. And he had got caught drinking, and he took off because he knew he wasn't supposed to be driving. And so he, I guess the cops had chased him and things, but he'd hid out.
What they came home to was most unexpected.
When we got home that night, our truck was gone, and I'm like, little bugger, he's not supposed to had taken the truck. And so we came in the house, and our little dog was running around, and we came, and the bathroom door was shut, and it was locked. And Mark opened up the door, and he says like electricity just ran through his body, And I'm like, what? I'm just thinking the kid's left a mess or something happened, And then Michael had shot himself in the bathroom there, For Michael, he wasn't the typical, like a lot of people are depressed, you notice that. But Michael was not a depressed person. When he drank, yes, he had problems, and things. But Michael, being in trouble with the law, I think he felt cornered. And I think he thought, this is my only way, I've let my mom and dad down, the truck's impounded, and so I just, I don't know if he really actually meant even to kill himself, whether he wanted just to hurt himself, I don't know, because I won't know that because, like you said, he took a temporary problem and turned it into a permanent solution, which didn't need to happen, it would have worked out. It was just the most horrifying thing. I mean, we were blindsided, had no indication for us, As I look back, yeah, like I said, the drinking, the problems, yes, that definitely led up to these problems that he just was looking. He told one of his friends even a while before that, I guess he was tired of looking over his shoulder, So I guess, yes, there was indications, of things. I just, as a parent, I didn't pick him up, I guess.
Karen still lives in the house in Milford where her son took his life. While it's not easy being reminded of what has happened, she's resolved her life to move on. Her advice to others, no matter how hard it might be, is to do the same.
Suicide is so hard. My friend lost her daughter the week before in a car accident. And I just thought, oh, how does the mom get through that, And then a week later, it happens to me. But I remember talking to her, she goes, it's so hard to ride by that road, and see where she crashed. And I'm like, I live in my house every day, And after it happened, I told my brother, I says, I can't live here. I can't live here. And he says, you know what, don't make that decision, right now you're not in the right frame of mind. And so that's why I have that picture up there to have peace in my house and, bless my house so that we could live here. But it was so hard. I just can't even tell you. I mean, it was just hard to live also because your heart had been ripped out. I had anxiety, I couldn't do anything, it just affects you so much. And I know at times they're thinking, oh, they're better off without me. I just cause them so much trouble. But they don't realize how much that pain is transferred triple to whoever they left. You know, it is just the hardest thing. And it took a long time, you know, and it's still really hard, but as time and just love from everyone and the kindness is shown, it helps you through these things. But I know that Michael he would never want to hurt us like he did. You know, it's just, they're just not in the right frame of mind.
And while her son may have exhibited signs of depression, Karen said he never asked for help. She encourages others to reach out and talk about their problems, no matter how difficult they may seem.
And they're just not thinking, and we just need to let them know that it always gets better. Life gets better. You know, as down in the dumps as life might be at that moment, the sun comes out and it does get better. And that would just always be my wish for anyone, is just talk to someone, just anyone, you know, you can get through it.
Karen really never got to say goodbye to her son, but she believes he knows she's not angry with him for taking his life.
This is crazy, but after, you know, Michael died, I just, you know, had a dream, and it was so real. And I came into the kitchen, and he was in the fridge like he always was. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know, and he's like, Mom, I've done a bad thing. And I'm like, I know, Michael, I forgive you. And we hugged. And it was just, I felt that hug for days. And I don't know, maybe he came to me, you know, and I was able to forgive him for what he did, you know, but I never was mad at him. I don't know, I just never was. I know a lot of people go through the anger and the stuff. I just never was. I just was sad that it happened.
Michael's suicide put a lot of stress on the entire family.
It wasn't just hard on Mom and Dad, it was hard on them, it was hard on friends, you know. But when we were at the mall, I just remember walking around and I was just a zombie. I was just, I couldn't even walk hardly, you know. It's just, the pain was so real, and I'm just looking around and everybody's smiling and walking around, and I'm, you know, no, we're just not totally aware of people, what's really going on emotionally. And I just think we need to be in tune to people more and let them know we care. Smile more at people. Just say hi, you know. Wrap your arms around people. And if they do seem a little down, let them know you care and let them know that life is worth living.
Her message to others is to keep going and rely on family, friends, and faith.
You know, it's easy to be a sunshine to everyone, but we need to be the moon when life is dark. You know, when life is dark, be that moon for someone and help them out.
As a teacher and a mentor herself, Karen only hopes to help others in the tragic and final aftermath of suicide.
Everyone's a star in their own right, you know. They all shine bright to me, and I do love them. I love every one of them. And as I said, I might be an empty nester, but I have 200 plus kids, because even after they leave, you know, they still come back and see, and you have a connection with them. Love them. Love them through it.